What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another Total Warhammer video for you guys today. And today, guys, it is the zesty Dark Elves versus the Lizardmen. We're over here playing as the Dark Elves, and my opponent is playing as the Lizardmen. And you can currently see here, he doesn't really have too many forces. So guys, I'm going to quickly go over our forces and then we'll jump straight into the battle. So guys, for my forces, I have a front line of spears. You can see here 3 groups of the Dread Spears. We also have an extra group back here protecting a Reaper Bolt Thrower and an extra group over here protecting our second Reaper Bolt Thrower. In our second line, we've got 2 groups of the Black Ark Corsairs. Dual Sword Infantry, good for plowing through the just the chaff of the enemy unit. They also have the Sea Dragon Cloak, which, you know, gives them a little bit extra armor as well. You can see here they have 80 armor, which is pretty damn useful. And they've got the Murderous Prowess, as do all the Dark Elves. In Bow Reserve, behind the Black Ark Corsairs, we've got the Sisters of the Singing Doom. These are mainly just to rampage any sort of units we are trying to finish off. That's the reason they're behind the Black Ark Corsairs and whatnot. As well as that, they do have the anti-infantry buff. And then behind that, we've got 2 groups of the Black Guard of Naggarond. Anti-large, armor-piercing, armored, charge defense against large foes. These guys are going to be just absolutely perfect for dealing with any large lizards my opponent decides to bring. And then just to round off the lizard-killing prowess, we have the Monster Killer, I hate trying to pronounce this thing, the Charybdis. He is terrifying. He is ready to munch down on some juicy Dreadsaurian butt. So let's get him into the fray. As for our flanking units, we've only really got 1 group of them, and that is the Slaanesh's Harvesters, the Doomfire Warlocks. These guys are a great regiment of renown. They've got magic spells, they've got really fast capabilities and maneuverability as well as that. And we also have 2 groups of the Shades over here, and a group of Harpies just to scout out and see what we've got going on. As well as that, we've got Morathi up in the skies, anti-large, very fast spellcaster. She's going to be providing buffs to all our units below her. She does have the Heartrender and the Dark Sword, which activates on enemies. And you can see that gives them negative 9 melee defense and negative 9 melee attack. And she also has, there is another one, I can't remember it off the top of my head. Wand of the Caridon, that's the medium strike enemy. That's really good against units. She's got one that buffs surrounding units as well on your army. But let's jump into my opponent's forces. And for my opponent, he's got 2 groups of the Cold One Riders out on the left flank. He's also got a group of Carmelian Skinks, 2 groups of the Carmelian Skinks here, just prodding into our Harpies there. You can see they're pretty much gone. He also has a Skink Priest of the Heavens up in the sky. He's got a Saurus Scarvet on the Carnosaur. He also has Krokgar on his Carnosaur as well. And he's also got a Feral Dreadsaurian ready to just eat everything in his path. He then also has 2 groups of Ripidactyl Riders, which I should have known he was bringing because he loves these bloody things, and the 2 more groups of Ripidactyl Riders on this flank as well. I absolutely hate Ripidactyl Riders with a passion. So guys, let's get into the match and see how we do. So automatically we start firing in with the Shades because I know these guys are going to come onto the Shades like a huge drop. And we do switch the Reaper Bolt Thrower over, and we do send Slaanesh Harvesters over to try and help them out, because those guys are going to shred through the Shades pretty damn quickly. We then do start opening up on the Cold One Riders with this Reaper Bolt Thrower, and you can see the front line is already underway. The Feral Dreadsaurian plowing into our Dread Spears, ready to deal some damage. These guys do have anti-large capabilities, so not the best matchup for the Feral Dreadsaurian, but you can see majority of my opponent's army is large units, so he is at a slight disadvantage here. But you can see we do pop Soul Stealer on, not Soul Stealer, Word of Pain on the Ripidactyl Riders, lowering their accuracy and their melee attack, which makes them pretty much redundant in that fight. So we do manage to repel them, dealing about half damage, equal to equal, I would say, for the time being. Cold One Riders are in stasis at the moment. My opponent must have just forgotten about them. And you can see here we've got the Black Ark Corsairs and the Dread Spears fighting Krokgar. And right now we're just trying to focus all our efforts on taking down this big boy right here. We do pop Soul Blight on him, giving him negative 30 armor and negative 25 weapon damage. And the Black Guard of Naggarond are coming in, and they are going to cleave through this big boy with their pikes, with their spears, you name it. Look at them dealing the damage. Morathi's up in the sky, and she is just popping spells off left, right, and center. My opponent does bring in his Cold One Riders to get a flanking strike off onto our Black Ark Corsairs, and a Chain Lightning that is just going to plow through our Sisters of the Singing Doom. The Carabitus is in close pursuit for the Feral Dreadsaurian, as are our Dreadspears. We ain't letting this guy go without a fight. He's going to go down whether or not my opponent wants it or not. And you can see we do pop. I'm not actually 100% sure what that spell was. We do pop. Oh, that was Marathi's Wand of the Caridian. So that's a really strong spell for it. And you saw it did a chunk of damage to the Feral Dreadsaurian. But we've got a Black Guard of Nagaronde and a Dreadspears in pursuit. That's more than enough to finish off the Dreadsaurian. We do pull the Black Guards away and get them in to fight the Saurus Scarvet. And you can see here sticking the spears with the Reaper Bolt Thrower was a great move because they have pretty much intercepted it. And we do switch them over onto this next group of Ripperdactyl Riders coming over. We do get Marathi on the Skink Priest of the Heavens as well. She does have the anti-large capabilities, and the Skink Priest does count as a large unit, and down he goes just like that with the help of the Harpies. Marathi definitely providing a good use, and we do pop a Soul Blight as well on the Cold One Riders, the Ripperdactyl Riders, as well as the Saurus Scarvet. And you can see our forces are heavily outnumbering my opponents. Already the balance of power is extremely in my favor. The Carabidius and the Dreadspears are going after the Kroggar, and I think the Feral Dreadsaurian is pretty much there. And just like that, my opponent's forces shatter. A bit of a short one today, guys, but it was well deserving. I think it was a really good match. I really enjoyed it. It was really satisfying just to kill him in like a couple of minutes because we had all these anti-large capabilities and he just really couldn't do much against us. But you see, he'll repay us the favor in a later video, believe me. So yeah, the Slaanesha's Harvesters definitely helped us get through that one, as did Marathi, and the Black Guard just dealing so much damage to this Feral Dreadsaurian as well. Really good matchup, and I think we just built a really solid army that my opponent just couldn't get through that match. So yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up the video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe down below for more in the future as well. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one.